Match number one would see the Prince of Peckham, Tyler Walker, squaring off against Tommy Tanner. Now, we all know the Prince of Peckham. He's a cocky heel. Tanner received a huge ovation. Now, Walker, the Prince of Peckham, would start the match by just heading outside and berating the fans. Chicken chants would soon ensue. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. The crowd interaction straight away. Gotta love of an event like that. We would see the initial hookup, and Walker would actually overpower Tanner and send him to the ground, and would be mouthy about it, giving it all that, absolutely cementing his heel status. Tanner would soon respond. He'd hit a drop kick, which would send the Prince of Peckham to the outside, and well, the Prince of Peckham would just sit in the fans, and then he'd rile them up whilst sitting there. Which again, great fan interaction. One point you would see a snake eyes and a pump kick by the Prince of Peckham for a 2 count. Honestly, folks, I thought it was over at that point. But then, my favourite part of the match, they started trading chops. These chops from both, they hit true, they hit hard. And the Prince of Peckham would then land a huge suplex. But Tanner wasn't to be outdone. He'd hit a jawbreaker and a lariat, then a discus lariat for a 2 count. Oh, the Prince of Peckham would respond with a diving shoulder tackle for another 2 count. And then, well, honestly, at this point, I thought it was over when Prince of Peckham hit a Falcon's Arrow, and I mean, it was a 2.5. It was definitely a 2.5. So we then see Tanner would actually hit he'd hit a German suplex followed by a super kick, and it was a 3 count. But unfortunately, the Prince of Peckham's foot was on the ropes. Tanner would head up top. He'd go for the move. But the Prince of Peckham would hit a spear and pick up the victory. Now, I've never seen these two in action before. Can't wait to see him in action again. Prince of Peckham, fantastic heel. Riled up the crowd. Exactly what you need at the start of the show. Got that crowd interaction. Got them fired up. Got them pumping. Great to see, and a worthy victory in my opinion. Everyone, what a great way to show the start of the show when the heel wins. Tanner put on a great showing. Fantastic wrestler. Built. This man's built. Anyway, if you ever get a chance to go and see either of these two in action, I recommend you do so for yourselves.